What's going on, everybody? Brent here, OUnitProductions.com, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of Picking. And let's not waste any time. Let's get right into what I think is probably one of the top picks of the last week, the last few days on the road. An absolutely beautiful, killer Stroh's neon light. This one's from 1988. When I originally bought it, I thought it was a little bit older. But great color on this piece. I mean, the neon, not missing anything. I mean, the bulbs are still working fine. I don't buy a lot of neon lights, but this one was the right price for sure. I walked past it a few times at a flea market that I was at just yesterday, and he was originally asking $100 for this, which I still thought maybe there was a little bit of money to be made, but he ended up going down to $50. So for $50, I think I'll have no problem, probably close to tripling my money on this piece. I'm going to put it in one of my co-op booths and ask $150 to start. We'll see where that goes. Let me walk around the back of the neon light here and get video of the bottom part itself. I don't know if you can quite see that. You can probably see it a little bit. It says Everbright Premium Indoor Gas Tube Transformer. It is a Stroh sign from 1988. Still got the original chain here, so you can hang it on the wall, or you can just display it as it is. There's the switch which you pull to turn it on and off. Really, really good condition. I mean, it's 1988, so we're going on about 24 years old. But this thing is going to look absolutely killer in one of my co-op booths. I think I'm going to put it down in Milroy this week at OUP at Big Valley Antiques. So that is definitely something to look forward to for sure. Moving on, as always, and as I'm sure you guys are well familiar with at this point, I buy tin signs. Antique tin advertising signs is one of my favorite things, as I'm sure most of you know. This one right here is advertising L&M cigarettes, Chesterfield cigarettes, and Lark cigarettes. We sell all brands. It's a one-sided, really, really cool tin sign. Pretty good condition. Not in this too much. Forget the exact price offhand. I think it's something around $50 or so that I'm into that piece. So I should have no problem at least doubling my money on that. That's probably going to be going into OUP on eBay here this week. Before we get into some other stuff that I want to show you guys here, some more signs and whatnot, I want to show you a little new initiative that I started here. I mean, it's not the first time that I've ever done it by any means. I've definitely picked up free stuff, but this is a new side of the road / free stuff / pure profit initiative that I want to get into here. I found 2 separate houses locally that were just throwing leftover junk / garage sale goods on the side of the road in a pile, so I stopped, took the time to dig through those piles. All this stuff in this box right here was free, so let me go ahead and show you what I picked up. First off, a stadium seat cover, Penn State versus Oregon, completely free. Probably can get, since I live in the Penn State area, I can probably get around $5 to $10 for that. This is going to be going down to my one co-op booth in Bellefonte, PA. Put that to the side here. Another stadium seat cover. We got Miller High Life. This needs cleaned up a little bit, but I'm thinking probably about $3 to $5 on that. We got a Frisbee here. This is a Whammo Frisbee. It's an original. It's 1966. I looked these up. Not too high dollar, but I can probably get $5 to $10 on that. Here's a Newport Frisbee. Thinking maybe about $5 on that. I think when I was looking it up briefly with my girlfriend, one of these sold recently for, I believe, $8. So again, free to maybe $5 to $8. You can't go wrong with that. Alright, this I picked up at its own house. I actually read an ad on Craigslist where they're putting free stuff out. That's another big tip. Always check Craigslist, check the free section, see what people are giving away for free. Because if you can get money out of nothing, I mean, you know, why not? Of course you're going to go ahead and do that. Look this up. Probably going for between, you know, $5 and $15 to be fair. I, you know, don't know too much about this. It's some sort of a gaming device that you hook to your computer. It's made by Microsoft, so it's a good brand. So that is what that will be. Let me set this down here real quick. I don't want to throw that. Alright, next up. I actually do not have the power cord for this, but this is a Nintendo, as you can see right there. Completely free. I mean, even on tested, I can probably get about $10 to $20 on that. Might list it online, but I doubt it. It's probably going to go down to my one co-op in Bellefonte, as a lot of thrift store items and antique items are sold there, so this will fit in perfect there. Let me definitely be careful with that here. Alright, next up, this is an RF modulator. I believe that's exactly how they're worded here. RF switch. A Nintendo RF switch. This is for the Nintendo that I just showed you, but I'm probably going to sell this by itself. I can probably get a few dollars out of that. If you have one of the older school TVs and you're trying to hook up a Nintendo, this comes in handy. So, I mean, people looking for specific things, specific cords, I think this will be a good seller. Probably, you know, put a tie around that and sell that down at my co-op as well. Again, all this stuff is free. I mean, you know, you cannot turn down free money, that's for sure. We got some free golden books here. Howdy Doody Circus. Not in the best condition, but this is probably the best one of the ones I got for free here. What Am I? A picture quiz book. Let's see. This is the Three Bears, Connect the Dots. Pretty cool cover. You open up the front of the book here, and it goes straight to that page. Let's see. We got The Story of Jesus and The Happy Man and His Dump Truck. All free. And here's the last couple free things. I don't know much about this. Got to try to figure it out a little bit. The Big Yellow Bird is on the move. No idea. Cool little pin. If you know anything about it, leave a comment below. This is probably the free score of the week. I mean, I don't know if we're actually going to pick up free stuff for every episode, but I'm going to try to. Wedgwood plate. Pretty good condition. Worth about 15 to 20 bucks. Probably going to try to sell it off fast and get about, you know, 10 out of it. At one of my co-op booths. I cannot believe they just, you know, had the Wedgwood sitting on the side of the road in, you know, piles of junk. But I mean, people just don't know about stuff like that. A cool old Walt Disney plate. Again, absolutely free. You know, probably about $3-4 bucks on that. And then another plate I picked up here, last item of the free stuff. It's marked Wedgwood on the back. I mean, it's not original Wedgwood, the same company, I don't believe anyway. Or maybe they made different regular plates, I don't know. But it's got bunnies on the front here. I'm reading it over it a little bit, so I apologize for not talking about it. But yeah, I don't know too much about this, have to look it up, but I mean easily a couple bucks on that. So that is the free stuff, the beginning of a new initiative. You know, pure profit is great. I'm sure all you guys will agree with that, but let's get back into the regular picks here. Up next, from the same place that I picked up this We Sell All Brands, this higher sign was sitting. I'm into this for less than 70 bucks. It's a very cool chalkboard slash menu board. Really good condition. The back of this is absolutely beautiful. Kind of crowded here today in the office, so I won't show you the back right now, but this is going to be going online in OUP on eBay for sure. Most likely I'll be getting up this Hires and this Chesterfield either today or tomorrow. We'll see where that goes. Less than 70, I'm thinking I can probably get about 100 to 125 on that. Then we got this. As you see, marked 50 cents. That's what I paid. Not too high dollar. It's a cool Coors advertising. It's got 4 magnets on the back, so you can put it on your refrigerator or wherever you may want to put that. Really cool piece. I mean, 50 cents. You can't go wrong. I'll probably get a minimum of $8 to $10 on that. Maybe a little bit more. I haven't looked it up online yet, but I don't assume it's worth too much more than that. It's kind of buried here, but this also might be one of the picks of the week alongside the killer Neon Strobe light, which is providing a different feel to this week's episode. It's sort of a, you know, like we're in a bar or we're in the 80s or something, I guess you would say. But back to this sign. Heavy porcelain sign right here. Gold seal ice cream, double-sided. The other side looks just as beautiful as this one. I got this, I believe, for less than $70, between 50 and 70. I forget the exact price. I have it marked down, but probably $150 to $200 sign right here. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's got a little bit of damage on the bottom, a little bit of rust, but killer piece. Going to likely be putting this down at one of my co-ops when I move one of the bigger items. This is going to be one of the next things I either hang on the wall or, you know, display to draw attention to the booth. When I get big items like this, you know, I like to use them as sort of advertising for my booth. So when somebody's standing across the co-op, they'll see it and in turn walk to my booth. So that is that. And let's get into a few last things here, a couple smalls. This is a, can't see it too great there, but it's a Harvey Dairy cooler. In the last episode, I bought a couple of these as well. I got this one for the right price, about $15. I think I can get about 25 to 30 out of that at my one co-op. Alright, let me bend down here, and let's go through the last of these smalls here. First off, I got this little bundle that you're about to see for $20, and it includes all 6 of the taps that you're about to see. First off, the cola one, which was actually just thrown in last minute with the bundle. He had this in a display case that was separate, but he said if I bought all 5 of those, he would throw in this one. Don't know too much about it. I mean, it's probably at least a couple dollars on that. Might be a little bit more. Have to look it up. We'll see. I don't see too many markings on it, so I mean, if you know something about that, definitely leave a comment below. And then we got all of these keg tap handles. We got the Genesee, we got a Schmitz, Pabst Blue Ribbon. This one here is a Miller. Because of the red light, you can't really see it too great. There you go. Miller. And the last one is a Peels. So I think I mentioned this before in an episode. At my one booth in Bellefonte, I sell the hell out of, well, not necessarily just me, but that particular co-op sells the hell out of keg tap handles. There's guys that go in there paying between, you know, 10 and 20 just for certain ones. So hopefully this will be a relatively quick sell. I'll probably mark them about $10 or less a piece. So I mean, you're looking at, you know, 50 to 55 maybe with this included, unless I decide to throw some of these up on eBay. But I mean, that's a nice little score off $20. We got a couple bottles here. These are the 2 bottles that I think are the best out of what I got this weekend. As you know, I always pick up bottles when they're the right price. I got this Ricky bottle. I believe it was just a couple bucks, about $2. Really cool. I mean, you know, somebody named Ricky perhaps would love to pick that up. Or just, you know, a bottle collector in general. And this one right here is probably my favorite bottle that I got this week. Sourpuss. I believe this is from Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh, PA. Cool Sourpuss bottle. Only a couple dollars I paid for that one as well. I think I might be able to get about 8 to 10 on that one just because of the cool subject matter. Alright. We'll share these together even though I got them from a few different vendors. But I was able to pick up 3 Moxie bottles. Shout out to Yankee Picker. Haven't heard from you in a while, so I hope you get to see this. You know, Moxie bottles do really well, especially around the area that I live in. All these I only paid about, you know, $2 to $3 a piece. I can usually get about 8 to 10 out of Moxie bottles, and they usually don't set too long, so these will be going down to the co-ops this week. Was very excited to find 3 of them this weekend. This here is an embossed bottle. You can't really see it too well on the camera. I apologize. You can kind of make it out there. It says Big Boy. It says Big Boy down the side as well. Really cool bottle. I've never seen one of these, so I picked it up. Only paid a few bucks. I believe it's got a patent date on the bottom there, but I can't really make it out, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging here while I try to figure it out. But, you know, really cool bottle. That's going to go down to the co-ops this week as well. And lastly, I picked up a seltzer bottle. This is actually the first one of these I've ever bought. I've seen many of them at co-ops before, but I've never really took a chance on them. He was asking 10. He said he might be able to do a little bit better, and of course when he said I might be able to do a little bit better, I had to, you know, see to it that I got him to do a little bit better. And he said $8. I kind of considered it, but I just jumped on it. I mean, $8, not a bad price. It's got all the pieces there. It works. I'm thinking I can probably get around 20 for that out of my one co-op. It's marked Altoona, Pennsylvania. I apologize again for the lighting in here today. You can't really see it too well. But, like I said, probably about $20 to $25 out of that. It's a really cool seltzer bottle. It's going to be a featured item in one of my displays at the co-ops. So that is pretty much it for today with the fresh new finds. Tons of stuff. Pretty good weekend. It's Monday here, so I'm going to be busy all week. Listing stuff, tagging stuff. This coming Thursday, I'll actually be getting out of the office again. Although I might sneak out either Tuesday or Wednesday morning to a few of my local flea markets because it's hard for me to stop the hustle. But busy week tagging, busy week listing. Thank you guys for watching today. What was your favorite item featured in the episode? I think I'm going to have to go with the Stroh's light. I'll leave you guys with a view of this one more time before we wrap this video up. But I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you get out and you find some killer stuff. Leave a comment below. Shoot me off a comment over on Facebook. That's facebook.com/OUnitProductions. Once again, thank you, and I will be back soon.